Week 6 in the NFL here at SBRForum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We're talking right now with Scott Kellen, returning guest. Scott Kellen is from 6centsports.com. He's a very well-respected NFL handicapper, and he's 6-2 against the spread in the picks that he's given us in our videos this year, including a winner with Oakland at home. Very sharp play last week. Scott, thanks for being back with us this week.
Hey, not a problem. Thanks for having me, Peter.
All right, before we get into the game, we're going to talk about Oakland again this week at KC. Give a plug for 6centsports.com.
Yeah, thanks. 6centsports.com. We're an NFL-only handicapping organization. Have won 9 out of the last 11 years in the NFL. Off to a pretty good start this year. If you go to our website, you'll see our record's 11-11. But we've won the last 2 weeks, won the first week. And we're very transparent about everything that we do. We have all the plays up there. You can see every play we've made 30 minutes after the game kicks off, so there's nothing to hide. And go out there, take a look at the website. Very reasonable prices for an organization that's won consistently over the years. And if you got any questions, shoot me an email, and we'll get right back to you and answer any questions you might have.
All right, well, last week you gave us a classic Scott Kellen analysis, saying there was value on Oakland as a small home underdog when all signs were pointing to, they would have trouble against San Diego that was playing very well. I looked at the game. I knew Oakland was going to be the sharp side there, but I just could not pull the trigger. But that was your pick. They wound up winning. You gave a great analysis on the game. This week, you're taking Oakland again at KC. And if you take Oakland this weweek in your pick here today, I will be able to pull the trigger here because I'm looking at this, right? KC, 8.5 or 9-point home favorite. The Chiefs are now 5-0, but their offense doesn't really look like it's built for margin wins. Alex Smith is still, not passing that well. And, KC's defense is what's getting it done. And Oakland, hey, Terrell Pryor, very impressive. So you're giving them 8.5 or 9 points. Oakland's the side you like here, right?
It is, and yeah, I think you tried to talk me out of that pick about 3 times last week, so it's good that you're on it this week. But yeah, I'm back with Oakland again, and for a number of reasons, I think you laid out some pretty good analysis there. Oakland qualifies in a number of rushing situations for me again this week, like they did last week. One of those situations that's now 11-6 on the year for me that they qualified in last week. Another one is 9-4 this year, and another one is 5-3 this year. So all these situations are performing, and my studies show that when they line up in all these different situations, that's a very powerful situation, much like it was last week as well. And ironically, Oakland has won the last 6 years going to Kansas City, and even the 4 years prior to that they did not win, they never lost any of those 4 games by more than 4 points. Matter of fact, the last 14 years that they've gone to Kansas City, they've only lost once by more than 4 points, and that was a 20-10 loss. So, for whatever reason, they've been very competitive there. And like I said, or like you said, Peter, Kansas City's offense not that good. It's below average, and they actually allow 5.2 yards a rush. So they're giving up some rushing yards. Pryor, as I said last week, he was the key to being able to play last week for my play to be valuable. And he makes all the difference in the world in this offense. If he can limit his mistakes in this game, I think they will be very competitive. Oakland's been competitive in every game they played in this year. They had Indy beaten in Week 1, and Indy has shown to be a very good team this year. They obviously beat Jacksonville, which is nothing, and then of course last week beat San Diego. Their one bad loss was at Denver, but no one's really competing at Denver at all. Obviously, Denver's an elite team, and that's not something that Kansas City is. So. I make the number 7 points here, so I think we've got some value along with some very strong situations. I make the total only about 33 points, so I would actually lean towards the under fairly strongly as well. But I think Oakland to play here, being able to move the ball a little bit. They got the good situations. And like you said, Kansas City's offense is not built to dominate and blow teams out with Alex Smith kind of dinking and dunking the ball all over the place. It's a below-average offense, so I think Oakland can stay within the large number as long as they can avoid the big mistakes.
All right, that one makes a lot of sense to me, Scott Kellen. I'm also thinking that this line will close at least at 7.5, maybe even 7, because I think we might see a decent amount of public and sharp action both coming in on Oakland. I like it a lot. Right now, you can get 9 widely available, so you get Oakland plus 9 against KC. Scott Kellen, thanks so much.